Okay, so I yap a lot, right? And I realized that while I'm yapping, I might as well just record myself and turn these into little video essays or whatever I can do, right? So this is a little video essay about Now You See Me, real quick, and the movie industry at large, right? The movie industry at large. I am an actor. I'm a professional actor. I just finished my first acting debut professionally at the Alabama Shakespeare Festival earlier this year. But one of the biggest things that I learned in that time, and especially as I was becoming an adult, I'm 23, right? I became an adult in 2020. So that tells you anything, and, graduated high school that same year. So a lot of what I was focused on in that year was finding a way to tell stories, to connect with people, and to make people smile, and it's been a stem of mine over and over, Hey, yo, real shit too, shout out Benny Steak. She has been killing it, and I don't think we know her for her long form content. It's good as fuck. One of the things that I, came to and fell in love with was film and cinema and storytelling, like many of us. Oh, good grief. Caught up in all types of streaming services. But one thing that I really found a love for was not just movies, but the art of like movie magic and editing and like photography and different tricks here and there, and like how people tell stories, how people make these grand set pieces look real. Star Wars is one of my mother's favorite movies. She saw it literally when it came out. It took me to see Empire when it was back in theaters. Ooh, the pod racing scene alone, and if you just look at, how they work different perspective angles, and the audience is filled with hundreds of thousands of popsicle sticks.
Q-tips. I meant to say Q-tips.
And that's what they shot. And the fact that they made that not only look real, but also painted hundreds of thousands, that type of stuff is just stuff I will always just have a love for, because that's theater, that's storytelling, that is what it is. It is tedious work sometimes, but it looks beautiful when you're done. When I was 14, I developed a love for magic tricks, card tricks, the like. Now, keep in mind, I said I was a theater nerd in high school who loved magic tricks and card tricks. So
yeah, I had 0 bitches. 0 hoes.
It also fueled my love for storytelling, because I got so obsessed with how things are told. Misdirection, keeping people engaged. The art of magic, funny enough, is the art of storytelling, is the art of movies, is the art of capturing an audience, is the art of theater. But when it came to a turning point was when I saw the movie Now You See Me, because while it is laced with cool set pieces and bursting at the seams with all these really dope magic terms and focuses, it's also just not a movie. Yes, it's a movie. Yes, it's okay. I'm not here to debate how good the movie is. It's a movie, but it started off as a movie project. And what I will always... Yeah, so I tried to fight back, failed dramatically, because they're still making another one of those movies to this day. Played it off perfectly, and what I will always find a love for is the fact that you're never gonna be captivated by stuff like that ever again, because them playing it off kind of meant the death of storytelling in that form. That movie from top to bottom is just set piece after set piece after set piece after set piece after set piece, and chasing the magicians from point A to point B until the end, which, is a structure for a story. But when I tell you that there's no more to the story than that, I am so dead ass. The card trick at the top of the building, to old girl in the audience in the fish tank with the piranhas, to the hypnotism and the money heist, to the chase on the building and the nigga dying. And how do we explain that the detectives are so incompetent that they can't catch him? Oh, the main detective is in on it? Bet. And that's the story. It's not like this was a grand, artistic, well thought out thing that they put all this effort and planning and deep detail into. Especially when you realize that a lot of the magic tricks they did in the movie, they tried to tell people and convince people were real, and they just weren't. They just weren't real. It was all video effects and CG, and they straight up just lied to people, and that was the magic trick. While that's great, they took your money, lied to you, and got away with it. I went to go see it, so yeah, that's all. Yeah, thank you for listening to my TED Talk. You know, the nigga dying. You know, whatever. I'm not gonna. You know that movie. We know the movie.